Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. Today, a clash that carries bragging rights within the confines of the state of North Carolina, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Pirates will boot it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mays. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down for this offense. Looking for room, it's Claiborne. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass, it's Bachmeyer. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Caught in the backfield, it's Morin. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Claiborne. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd round. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space.
He's going to fire deep. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Grab near the marker, it's Mays. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
As a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right?
Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays. He didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
East Carolina, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. The give on the inside. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your...
Oh, look out! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking downfield, it's Hauser. They're trying to get to it. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Wake.
This is a defense that prides himself on getting turnovers. It starts with the passing. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and taking the distance.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. The Pirates will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there. They'll stop him at the 26. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Claiborne. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Trap midfield, he's got room. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Demon Deacons look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires it down the seam. And he's got it inside the 10. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Carolina, 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Demon Deacon. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
East Carolina offense will take over 1st and 10.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down, feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the...
And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wake. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
East Carolina, 0.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 40. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast. And the offensive line, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Hauser. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead. They did not. The lead is huge.
That was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker. He just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Quickly complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Across the 25, he's got room. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and run plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and score.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap, trying to figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, it's Hauser. They're bringing heat. And the ball's loose in the backfield. He picks it up, still on his feet. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Pirates will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Mays. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. True freshman taking the punt to the house. I'm the head coach and I watch that. I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to throw on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Got the quick pass. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Pirates with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
East Carolina, 0.
The Demon Deacons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Nothing went right in that first half in the first quarter of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first one.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. You got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Pirates will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The give on the counter. Steamrolls his way ahead. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. You've got a 3rd and manageable, back up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. On the move is the 30. Running toward the tape. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown ECU. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to...
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need for panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him out of the 15. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Demon Deacons will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. I mean, they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Coming after it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Can't get him to the ground. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. Your protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort.
He's winning the second half.
Make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
He'll bring it out. It's Mays. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable for that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Wake Forest 42, East Carolina.
A new set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Bachmeyer. Dumps it to the back. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries, so don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. He's off to the races. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Kansas State is going to enjoy the trip back to Manhattan after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Hauser. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Gonna take a shot. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the quick return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, trying to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Touchdown, Wake! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
I know this defense came into this game thinking to get pressure. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarter.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W in the locker room.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.